Allez, je file. Salut Marie. Ciao Bruno. Oh, attends, tu feras la bise à Martin de ma part, hein? Ouais. Bon, faut que j'y aille. Allez, bonne soirée, hein? Bisous, à bientôt. On se capte vite. Et bon courage pour ton projet surtout. Ah oui, et je te redis pour dimanche. Je dois voir avec Guillaume. Bon, allez. Cette fois, je m'en vais pour de vrai. À plus. If you watched me trying to leave just now and thought, wait, when is she actually leaving? Well, that is exactly the point of this video. Sometimes saying goodbye in French feels like a small ritual. It can be a lot more involved than saying simply au revoir. And it's real spoken French, not something that we will see in textbooks. I'm Géraldine, and today I want to walk you through how French people actually say goodbye, the do's and the don'ts. With a few key sentences in your pocket, you will never freeze at the door of a shop or the end of a dinner ever again. C'est parti.
Au revoir, monsieur.
First of all, when you're leaving a place and a conversation, you have to announce it, or it would be, as we say in French, filer à l'anglaise, leaving the English way. Let's start by reviewing the basics that you learned in your school French lessons. The first one is au revoir. Repeat after me. Au revoir. Au revoir. In fast-spoken French, it often sounds like au revoir. Au revoir. Anyway, it's the safe universal way to say goodbye in French. You can use it when leaving a shop, a dentist appointment, a dinner with friends, whatever. If you only know this French goodbye, it's okay, but we can do better. For instance, salut is more casual. Repeat after me. Salut. The funny thing is that it means both hi and bye in spoken conversation. We only use it for friends and family though, but don't use it for the waiter at the restaurant. That would sound too familiar. And we can round up the basics by wishing some good time to the other person with bonne journée, bon après-midi, or bonne soirée. It means have a good day, have a good afternoon, have a good evening, and they're especially essential when leaving shops and cafes. When you leave the boulangerie, it's more polite to add something like this with au revoir, like bonne soirée, au revoir, or au revoir et bon weekend. Now, there are a couple of mistakes that beginners tend to make. It's okay to make mistakes. They're small things, but they're very often easy to avoid and you will sound much more natural. I'm talking mainly about adieu. This is very formal and it's a terminal goodbye when you're leaving forever or when someone is dying. So don't use it in everyday life. Bonne nuit. This means good night, sleep well. It's mostly for people who sleep in the same house as you. Bonsoir. It's bonjour for the evening or the night, but we don't really use it anymore to say goodbye. Again, if you just want to say goodbye to someone during the night, simply say bonne soirée. Okay, so repeat after me. Salut. Bonne journée, au revoir.
Bonne journée, au revoir.
You can learn the 6 goodbyes in 15 minutes, but unless you practice them tomorrow and the day after that, they will fade, and you will be back to au revoir by the end of the week. This is the loop almost every French learner gets stuck in. Not because they're lazy, because they don't have a structure. So I built one. It's called the 10-minute French routine, and it's the simplest daily habit I have ever taught. 5 minutes of French in your ears in the morning, 5 minutes of actually speaking French in the evening. That's the whole thing. The routine includes a bank of activities for both halves, a 30-day tracker, and a small weekly journal for your wins. And it's free. The link is right below this video. Download it now and start tomorrow.
Plus tard alors.
It can be hard to leave friends, so we like to soften the goodbye. Instead of just au revoir, we project forward to the next time that we meet. But there's a trick here that we'll see. So you can say à bientôt, see you soon, à bientôt, repeat after me, à bientôt. À tout à l'heure, see you later, repeat after me, à tout à l'heure. À plus tard, It also means see you later. À plus tard. Repeat after me. À plus tard. The thing is, à tout à l'heure and à plus tard only apply if you're planning to see them again in the same day. Like you're leaving to buy some bread but you plan on coming back. If it's not happening today, don't use this. French ears will be confused. À bientôt is a bit more formal, vague, and for a longer time than a day. Of course, you can be more specific as well. À demain, see you tomorrow, or à la semaine prochaine, see you next week, etc. When your French friends leave, they might also use a more informal version of these, especially à la prochaine, see you next time. This is a goodbye with a warm, slightly nostalgic vibe when you don't really know whether you can meet again. À toutes, that is short for à tout à l'heure, à toutes. And also à plus, see you later. This one is short for à plus tard with an S sound at the end. Like that for you. À plus. À toutes and à plus are both quick, fun and informal. Repeat after me. À toutes and à plus. If at any point in this video you thought to yourself, I want more of this, I want you to know that's what I do inside my Comme une Française all-inclusive membership. It's the membership where I take everything spoken French does differently, the goodbyes, the apologies, the cultural rituals like la bise, and I walk you through all of it with live sessions with me and a real community of learners in their 50s, 60s, and 70s who are doing exactly what you are doing. I will leave it at that. The link is in the description if you want to look. Okay, now let's get really friendly together.
Ok, André, allez, bisous.
It seems like French people love to kiss each other. When leaving friends, you will often hear bisous. It's a cute word for kisses. Anyway, saying bisous is not about romance at all, of course. It's warm, casual, and completely normal between people who are close. A grandmother will say bisous to her grandson. Two friends will say bisous at the end of a phone call. You can also say gros bisous, big kisses, to sound even warmer, especially at the end of a message like an email to a friend or family. Another one that you will hear, especially from older relatives, or at the end of a friendly email is je t'embrasse. Repeat after me, je t'embrasse. Literally, I kiss you, but really it just means something like warm hugs. These friendly kisses are not romantic at all, but still, only use them for people that you are close to. Don't say bisous to the woman at the welcome desk at the Louvre or the guy selling you cheese at the market. Even if they're cute, stick to au revoir and bonne journée. One more warning. The verb baiser used to mean to kiss. But in modern French, it now always means something way more explicit. So please, only use embrasser or faire la bise for something like tu lui feras la bise de ma part. You will send him my warm regards. Tu lui feras la bise de ma part. You've been warned. Finally, of course, the main French ritual for saying goodbye is also with a kiss. It is la bise. We do it with friends and family whenever we say hello or goodbye. It's like a French handshake between friends and family. Okay, don't panic. It's not really a kiss. It's famously a bit weird to explain, but we're just kind of pretending to kiss the air around the other person's cheek, on each side. There are some rules for when to do la bise, but this depends on the region and the person. When in doubt, just let the French person initiate and mirror them. It will be fine, I promise. No, the main issue around la bise is not the kiss itself. It's that you're supposed to do it to everyone in the group, when arriving and when leaving. This can take time. It's like shaking hands with 10 people in a row, except you might need to take out your glasses to do it. That's why we find it much more easier to simply wave goodbye to everyone at once and say, Allez, bisous à tous.
Allez, bisous.
Allez, je file, moi.
Do you remember the start of this video? Allez, je file. Salut Marie. Ciao Bruno. Yeah, that was a real drawn-out goodbye. These often happen. You can always leave with a simple bisous. But to be honest, I wrote it to show you a variety of French goodbyes that you wouldn't learn from a classroom. For instance, allez, je file. Allez, je file. It means, okay, I'm leaving. Here, je file is slang for I have to leave. But allez is more interesting here. It basically means, okay, that was good, but it's time to go. You can add it before any goodbye we've seen so far, like allez, au revoir, or allez, bisous à tous. Bon, faut que j'y aille. Okay, well, I have to go. You can also say, je dois y aller. On se capte vite. We'll connect soon. We will find a way to meet again quickly. This is modern informal French using words from technology. And like à bientôt, it softens your goodbye, projecting your friendship forward. Bon courage surtout. In French, we can cheer for someone with bonne chance, good luck, when things are up to chance. Or bon courage, literally, good courage, be brave, especially when life is going to get difficult. Alright, before we wrap up, let's put it all together. Repeat after me one last time. Au revoir, that's the basics. Au revoir. Allez, bonne journée, au revoir, when leaving a shop. Bonne soirée, for saying goodbye at night. À plus, see you later with the S sound for friends and family. Gros bisous, big kisses and affectionate close. Bon allez, je file à bientôt. Okay, got to go, see you soon. Great! With these in your pocket, you will never freeze again at the door of a shop or at the end of a dinner with French friends. Now, go and download the 10-minute French routine below this video. The 6 goodbyes that you just learned are exactly the kind of phrases that disappear with our daily practice. And the routine is how you make sure that they don't. It's free and it's only 10 minutes a day. You can start tomorrow. À très vite.